So, when you hear the name Kabul, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably news headlines, right? Conflict. But what if I told you that's just one tiny piece of a much, much bigger story? Today, we're going to peel back those layers and explore the real heart of Afghanistan, a city with a soul shaped by thousands of years of history.
Just let that sink in for a second. Older than Rome. Before the Colosseum was even a thought, Kabul was already a bustling center of civilization. I mean, that fact alone should make us question everything we think we know from the news. This is a city built on foundations that are ancient beyond belief.
All right, so let's get our feet on the ground with the basics. We're in South Central Asia, in a city that's home to more than 4 million people. As you walk the streets, you'll hear this beautiful mix of Dari and Pashto. Now, these are just the stats, but they're the launchpad for a story that goes incredibly deep.
And now for the really amazing part. Let's take a journey back in time. See, Kabul wasn't just built, it was literally forged by history. Its location, tucked away in this perfect mountain valley, made it the ultimate prize for just about every empire marching between the East and the West.
3,500 years. Just say that out loud. It's a staggering amount of time. Can you imagine the layers upon layers of civilization buried right under the modern city? You've got the echoes of ancient trade, the art from kingdoms that have long since vanished, and this incredible, enduring spirit of survival.
This journey through time really shows you how Kabul became this global meeting point. It was a vital hub on the Silk Road, connecting worlds. It was captured by Persian kings and even Alexander the Great. Under the Mughals, it blossomed into this incredible cultural capital. And of course, in more recent times, it's been right at the center of global events. Every single one of these eras left its mark.
But a city's story isn't just about who conquered it. It's also about where it stands. So let's shift from its deep history to its unique geography, because the very land the city is built on has shaped its destiny in a huge way.
We're talking nearly 6,000 feet up. That makes Kabul one of the highest capital cities on the entire planet, even higher than Denver, Colorado. And that's not just a fun fact. That altitude changes everything. The air you breathe, the intensity of the seasons, the whole rhythm of daily life.
Because it's so high up, Kabul is a city of dramatic contrasts. Life here means you're basically adapting to two totally different worlds. In the summer, you've got this dry, baking heat, with temperatures hitting around 35 degrees Celsius. But then winter comes, and it's a complete transformation. It brings this biting cold and a thick blanket of snow that just silences the city.
Okay, so we've covered the ancient past and the high-altitude present, but what's it actually like to navigate Kabul today, day to day? Let's get into the practical side of things.
And let's be real, this is often the first question on everybody's mind, and it's a really important one. Understanding the situation on the ground is absolutely crucial.
The big takeaway here is awareness. While things like street theft are generally low, you have to understand that the city has a very complex map of security zones. So, the official advice really boils down to this. Stay on top of the local rules, know which areas to avoid, and if you're a visitor, make sure you're registered with your embassy. It's all about moving with caution and respect for the local environment.
Okay, next logical question. So how would you even visit? Like any country, there's a formal process you've got to follow.
Getting a visa is actually a pretty standard international process. You start by getting in touch with an Afghan embassy or consulate. You'll need the usual stuff, passport, photos, and sometimes an invitation letter. And of course, for longer-term visas, like for work or family, you'll need a local sponsor, like a job offer.
All right, enough with the logistics and the paperwork. Let's get to the most fascinating part of all, the soul of the city. What is it that truly defines the culture and the people who call Kabul home?
If you really want to feel the city's pulse, these 5 spots are absolutely essential. You can find some peace and quiet at the beautiful Mughal-era Babur Gardens, or you can trace thousands of years of history at the Kabul Museum. The Darul Aman Palace stands as this incredible symbol of national revival. You can haggle for amazing crafts on Chicken Street, or just escape to the mountains for some fresh air at the Pagman Gardens.
But a city is so much more than its landmarks. And this quote, it really gets to the heart of the culture. This is a society that's built on a bedrock of strong family ties, incredible hospitality, a deep love for poetry that goes back centuries, and a powerful sense of tradition.
So what are people doing for work? Well, the main job sectors tell their own story, a story of rebuilding and service. You see a lot of humanitarian work, construction, education, and healthcare. These are the fields where the people of Kabul are actively shaping their city's future every single day.
So, after looking at all of this, its ancient history, its unique geography, its deep-rooted culture, there's one word that just keeps coming to mind, one theme that ties it all together.
And this right here might be the most important thing to take away from all of this. It is so easy to see a place through the single narrow lens of the news. But the reality is always far more complex, more human, and more profound than that. In the end, it all comes down to these three things, three pillars that define Kabul's true identity. A history that has literally outlasted empires, a culture that refuses to be erased, and a spirit of resilience that has proven time and time again to be unbreakable.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What really is the true heart of a city? Is it just the buildings and the borders, or is it something deeper? Something like the collective memory, the spirit, and the enduring hope of its people. What is it that truly makes a city's heart beat?